Everybody, this is the Monstrositus one, Monstrositus X, and you're watching Goddamned Comics. Well, I'm here today to show you all my technique of drawing. It's like my shortcut for drawing quick, faster. The way it when I first started drawing, I would draw muscle magazine out of I learned from muscle magazines. At first I would just draw out of my head, and then I started picking. When I wanted to get better, I lost the competition. I felt I lost, even though I told him I thought I won, to my brother. A drawing competition. We was both drawing the Hulk, but I was drawing the Bill Bixby TV version, and he was copying a cover of the Hulk versus the Hulk Smasher. And he was better than me. He's 6 years my senior, so he was better than me. But I thought because I drew from my head, and I was better. And I guess I was about 11, somewhere around there. So I picked up muscle magazines. I got a copy of How to Draw the Marvel Way, and I got better. And one of the ways after I got into the muscle magazines and I went back to the comic books and tried to pull my style back into a quicker, more comic book looking style, was using circles. So circles is what, hold on one second. Okay. Circles were what allowed me to get this shortcut, right? Build towards the shortcut. I used to do everything in circles, right? Get my neck and have my pecs, shoulders, the xiphoid processor in between, the pecs and the abdominals, then the abdominals and the lats, biceps, the forearms, and okay, this is more abdominals, and this is long abdominals, and this is obliques, and here's your hip flexors and your booty meat, and then this could come on the other side is obliques and hip flexors, and then you got down here is bicep and forearm, wrists, and hand, and then around here would be your junk and wrist and hand for your junk. So this stuff would be right around here. Then you got your thigh muscles, and I would want to put this thigh back behind. I would want to do that one back that way. So this one would come forward, right? Well, somewhat, and then the knee would be here, and this goes back. Try to get that back behind. So, and then you could put this leg out back. But you can see how it traps up here. You can see how I used to develop my bodies, and it's quick. So let me see if I can show you something a little bit more precise. Okay. Your deltoids, and then you get your the xiphoid processor area, and then you get your abdominals, and here's your body and abdominals going this way. Then you get your lats, your biceps. Remember your bicep only comes down a certain distance. So you got to remember these landmarks when you get your biceps. They only come down a certain distance. So as long as you know your landmarks and where everything's supposed to go, everything should go smoothly. Here's the hip flexors. This is lower abdominals. Here's another lower abdominal. These are your oblique muscles, and here's your hip flexor on the other side, obliques. So you can see how it's developing, right? Got your forearm over here, and your hand. And here's your junk, and here's your hand. So you can see, and then you put your leg here. This one goes back here, and maybe you can bring that up here like that and have your foot. Got your knee, and then you got your calf and your shin. And basically from here is I would just sculpt everything in. Get my neck in here. But it put everything into place for me. You know, I would never do this far. Okay, he's a little deforming. But everything's there. Everything that you need is right in here. Here's your lat. Here's your ribs. This one's your ribs going out here. Ribs. Here's your abdominals coming in here like this. Here's this one. Topper, and this one goes down in here. And then and obliques. Then your hip flexors and your butt. Come around here like this, and this over here like that. So you see, once you understand where everything goes and how everything works, and you can develop your own system. See, I know where all of my body parts go. I know all of the landmarks, so this stuff comes right in really quick. These are the ribs. Here's an important thing, right? Here's your pec. Do a little thing like that, right? Then you do the ribs, come up like this, right? Like that. And then you have, this one comes up here like this, right? And this comes out like this. And this comes up like this. And then this comes out like that. You see? And that creates a nice little thing here for your lats. And that's how you get the finger work. There's little fingers in between the ribs and your lats, right? So then you get your bicep comes across from here, tricep, same thing over here. I always cut this off and help me direction and you notice I'm doing my normal technique, but that's the circle move. But you can see how everything is developing. Okay. All right. This is the parentheses. That's the faster. This is the faster, shortcut to that. Parentheses, shoulders, pecs, and fine tune it, then the head. You see, when I do something on one side, I do it on the other side, right? And you get your traps. Right? And you know your center line. Because everything that's what I'm doing is keeping it centered. So here, this cuts my center line right here. And this goes out. Thinking about the shape of my ribs. And then for me, the deltoids are always shorter than the pecs, so you got to make sure you keep that down. And the abdominals. Obliques, abdominal, lower abdominals, and then this out here would be your hip flexors. He's hunched over. See, this is creating that. This would be dark in here because he's hunched over. There's right, that's his neck. Got deltoids. There's 3 heads to the deltoid, right? One in the center. Goes down to the center of the, and then you got this come out here. It's the front head. This comes out from here, front head. And then there's a big middle head that goes down to the center between the bicep. Down here. Between this bicep and this tricep. Just trying to push the arm back to the back. And then the forearm. You see the parentheses, that does everything for me. You just have to know your musculature. If you know where the muscles go, everything else falls right into place. But you have to know your muscles. If you don't know, then nothing you do is gonna get your muscles working and in the position that you want. If you're not knowing, you see every stroke, I do one side, I do the other. It's the parentheses. Parentheses. But you can see, this is not particularly going because I didn't have anything set in mind, so I'm kind of just going rogue. But you can see what I'm talking about, the parentheses method. Everything you do on one side, you just do it on the other side. As long as you, after a while, you develop an eye for things, right? Like, okay, let me try. I'm gonna show you the full body. Okay. I did this one here before. Let me see. Yeah. I did this one before. I kind of messed up because I didn't take down the beginning. I did the whole video and nobody could see anything because I had the thumbnail up the whole time. So Yeah, this is going to show basically similar, but okay. This is up view. Remember, if you're looking up, everything from the bottom is going to be. This is the foreshortening of the body. See, this is the pec, and then the ribs will come over the top like this because he's foreshortening everything. And then you can do the rib cage like this. Remember, your center line. And your abdominals will come across like this, and maybe have some more over here like this. There's your ribs. In your obliques, got some more ribs. Okay, obliques. Then you got your hip flexor, and shoulder, bicep, tricep, foreshortened forearm, foreshortened wrist, and right here to the crotch. Remember, everything is looking up, so you gotta keep that perspective. That's what I didn't do. These abdominals should be looking up like this. See, that changes everything. But you make sure you got the curves right. Then you do the same thing over here. Get your bicep, and you got a little bit of elbow. Then you but that's how you do it. Matter of fact, you could even raise this shoulder here. Raise this shoulder right here. So it looks like he's walking. Right? And get rid of a little bit of this. Okay. And yeah, we want this to come like that. Yeah. More like this, and then have his leg come in front, right to you. And then the knee would be here, and his quadricep coming here, and the outside coming here like this. This would come out here, and basically the knee would be here going. This would be dark because it'd be coming under, and then this leg would go back, having him, make him look like he's walking or something. The other one came out a little bit better as far as the leg movement. Hold on, let me get that crotch. That crotch working. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, it came out better. The leg was in better position. So you got to see the outside leg moving, the crotch, everything was in better position. It was a better feel for this one. This is the new one. But you can see, Parenthesis is how I do my thing, man. It's how I get all of my musculature, my proportions. Everything works for me with the parentheses. What I do on one side, I do on the other, and then I just have to worry about the distance from the head to the crotch to the ankles. That's what gives me my length of my body, and yeah, but mainly the landmarks. You know, the bicep ends right here around the ribs, being that this shoulder is up. You know, you can raise that up, have that pec go up that way. This will come more down. So, yeah, you can do these things. Get rid of this here. That's too high up. Yeah. That way, everything raises up on the left. But that's basically it. This can be the lats underneath, the latissimus dorsi. That's right here, like that, and this one goes up like this. You see? Get rid of that. Get rid of this. You see. That's how it's constructed. Now it's starting to look a lot better because he got more attitude in his body movement. But yeah, parentheses, people. If you like what you're seeing, please subscribe to my channel, Goddamn Comics, and tell your friends, have them subscribe. I'll try to build this sucker up. Yeah, and I'll be back with more videos. Till next time, people. I'm out.